they know that you're not going to do a lot of shit, right?
I'm hoping he said, he ended up saying end of April, so
I mean, we're like, follow up with them like the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. But they're really good. Both of them are really good to work with. That's what I want. I wanted someone very comfortable during the morning of the wedding. That's not going to feel like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah.
I was happy. I'm still happy I went with them. Even if it takes a little bit longer for the video.
Yeah, I think it's okay if they're taking longer as long as they communicate with you, right? Like
Yeah.
if you send them a message, they can respond,
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm like, okay, at least we're getting through.
Yeah.
Are you guys just doing the wedding? Or is there any other celebrations?
I'm doing a like batch bridal shower and the henna, and then we're also looking into like an after party too, but we have to book the venue. So I'm looking at how much like this is in Durham. Like city
Or like actual hall?
like city-owned halls. So I found like this place called like the Bigger House. It can fit up to like 80 people. It's like $600. So aiming towards that, but haven't locked down anything yet.
That's way better than
Oh, it would be like another thing at that point.
For us, it's kind of, we were going back and forth about stuff. We didn't want to like do an extra, like you said, it would be like an hour away. But it kind of worked out for us. The only reason why we didn't is we had to get, because it was outdoor, we had to get a tent. And the property, they kind of they had the board and everything. The tent that we had, kind of pretended for the whole wedding, not our own wedding. So then we told them that we need the tent that we would close. No one can pick up the tent until we had the long weekend. Right. In our wedding, so we said we'll be closed and we told them to pick up the tent on that day. Okay. Yeah, so we only charged us for Saturday, and then we picked up the tent.
Oh, yeah. Very smart.
That was the only way we got away with it. If not, we definitely would not have. Because like that day, was like we really only had to pay for food and alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we came into cake. We skipped out on so many things. Photo video we needed to. We had so much doing. This was behind the scenes person.
Like the content creator.
Yeah. And then we got like a very cheap unbelievable with some photos of our things we have. But yeah, it was just like everything.
Yeah, you just want to make like good memories. Like that is actually what's for you and what's like most fun, right?
Yeah. So it ended up, I was really happy we did that. It's still a little bit of a month, but it really felt like we ended up.
That's good. That was good.
That's actually recognizing something. If it was really small, like for you guys, it would be like
because that was their the day of the wedding. We're not actually going to talk to any of our friends, right? And I have like people also flying in too that I'm like, oh, I'm not going to really be able to spend time with them on the wedding.
Yeah, and then I got like, if you are doing, what would you do for your Christmas?
Not 100% sure. I have to talk about it.
I found this place that was very good on pricing.
So with our reception, we're talking about nothing for you. So we're going to do a Christian ceremony that's very small and use that same venue, and then it's like an after party venue. So I'm gonna wear the same outfit.
Oh, and highly recommended actually.
Yeah.
Something short. I had
Actually that's smart,
I did, mine was so cheap, it was like $90. It was from here. It's on sale. And it fits so nice, like you wouldn't be able to tell that was $90. Oh, Baby Boo. I got it from Baby Boo. And I feel like Baby Boo, and they fit so, as long
So we started talking about it today. All I know is like I don't want to be I have a meme where like I'm gonna do a Disney meme for all of our like big events. So like, you should do a Disney meme too, and it's Beauty and the Beast. So I'm gonna wear like the long yellow dress, and he's gonna wear something blue. And I found like a bookstore downtown. Like
That's so cute.
I'm just hoping that like it looks good in my head, but you never know how it actually turns out.
As long as your photographer, which Dylan really does.
Yeah. So we're gonna go to like about 4 bucks. So there's no extra permit because you're just going during like business hours. And then we're still looking into the other locations too. I'm happy with it. Hope it turns out well.
Definitely haven't seen that before.
We're also like in terms of like for stuff too. There's this beautiful like farm that's it's close to downtown. Like Evergreen Bridgeworks, right? Yeah, so and it's free too, and it's really pretty. So I was thinking if we're gonna do our basic stuff closer to the fall anyway, I'm thinking that would be a nice choice because of all the fall colors. Where did you guys end up doing the issue?
Yeah, we did it I think you were there. I think because like last year when I first met you at each of the Disney Mouse.
Oh, yeah, I just remember seeing the picture.
I just remember, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, when I met you, that was around the time when I was going through.
Yeah. I was just decided to give photographers a give them time like to get pictures back and enough if you guys are gonna take to that.
Oh yeah.
We ended up doing that old mill.
Okay.
So that like it for me it was like it's like old craft
It's a really nice venue. Like people do their own weddings there.
Yeah. And then there's also a lot of parks around there too. So we did it there, but we paid I think $300 for 1 hour, but honestly no one checked up on us, no one even asked if we're permanent ones, no one like after our 1 hour mark, no one came to okay guys, there was actually a lot of people there, like they came out and like were watching us take pictures.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, but no one really, so I don't even think we really did a permit.
I guess it depends on like the location. Because I know like there's certain certain locations where they have like security guards.
I was gonna say like hotels, I think,
Yeah,
or a little bit
hotels.
way more strict.
Yeah, or like I know like a popular spot is that temple, that big white temple that you see off of the.
Is it the West End?
Yeah. The one.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen those.
People love doing their issues there, but they're very particular about.
So would you change outfits if you were outside, or would you keep the same?
No, I'm gonna change outfits, so I'm gonna do one sorry, and I'm gonna do 1 yellow dress.
When you keep your sorry,
So the sari that I'm gonna wear is the first one that's available.
That cloud's not going to be open.
And it's a beautiful sari too. It's orange.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
gonna work.
quality. I'm excited for everything. I am stressed, but like when I think of everything as a whole and like how happy I'm gonna be and like what I'm gonna be seeing and being with, it's making it feel better. Yeah.
and it's really didn't even figure out. I think our issue we did it a week before. I was just like emailing people about like venue. Like I was emailing from the art gallery, like trying to figure out where we're gonna do our pictures. And yeah, and our outfits we got it the day before.
For the issue? Oh my
But
god.
I also think, you know what really helped me? I think it's my mood board. I think everything was so last minute because I already had a mood board and it was so easy to go into the mall and I knew exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
It was yeah, I heavily rely on you.
That's something I should have done for sure.
It was definitely more stressful than finding weddings. It was like putting it all together. But in that day, it helped me because I felt like when I went into the store, it didn't feel like I was looking at something new. Like I've already seen it and I've already imagined it on myself, and I was like, no, it's not what I wanted.
Right.
And now they kind of put me out, right? Keep on track. And I didn't have much time to do this. call. It was actually a little too simple. And then I get a call. I had to wake up at 12:30, and I get a call around 11.
Okay.
And it was the guys, the Russian paid groomsmen, freaking out about the setup. They're like putting it together, and like I was so happy. Yeah, so like it's really important company. They dropped it off, but they didn't put it properly with pieces. We wanted it kind of like in a U shape, kind of like auditorium style. Versus like the way that they had it, it was not nice. And like
They cannot just put it down in one
yeah,
place.
just yeah. So and like because our whole setup was so simple, everything was out. We had more decoration. The chairs wouldn't have mattered as much.
Yeah.
But because there's nothing else to look at, you wouldn't notice the chairs. So they were sitting there fixing the chairs, and then like the little bells that they ended up attaching, it wasn't in like the shape that I wanted. I wanted it to like kind of like show and then like swirls at the end.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So that's all we did. So like he was like, yeah, and the bell was like showing. I was so happy.
But
I'm fixing it.
Yeah, but I would have made a note. I would have made a note to record with
And fucking yeah. No, it was funny because it was my sister-in-law was really helpful with the whole process. She was running around 11 o'clock at night, and then she called me right as soon as he comes on the phone. She's calling me. She's like, I know, I heard about it. I'm on my way. Don't worry, I'm gonna have it fixed. I'm like, I'm really like, it's okay. Like, if that's how it's gonna be, that's how it's gonna be. She's like, no, we're good. I had it fixed. So that really helped, having someone kind of in your eyes.
That's basically my sister-in-law. So to stay with my stuff too, I go in there, and I didn't see, and then I get overwhelmed like crazy, and then she's there to kind of like guide. So it's been helping me a lot.
Yeah.
And she's a good middle person between me and my parents, because my parents are more like cutthroat with me, but with her they're a little bit more soft, and they're more willing to bend to her, right? So I use her to like help me get my way.
So are your parents very strict? Do they have
They don't. I mean, Nathan's parents have more strict traditions when it comes to like, because they're doing like we're like Christian life, so like we only go to Christian life, like we only go to church like a couple times in the year. We're not even that religious, but his family is like temple going, like so they have like a specific vision in mind as to how these things go. And for me, like, here at the end of the day. So even so, like another thing is like I'm trying to find a place for him to do with my sister. Like for me, when you say family, I'm like, so that's the woman in your life that plays with your sister. It doesn't necessarily have to be your cousin. Yeah. So I could say like, sure, they don't have like a matcha in Canada or whatever. Like your matcha in Canada, just pick like your best friend. Like, but his parents are very like particular about like the mura. So I'm like, okay, well, this is not my thing to comment on, so you guys figure it out. I just think it's nice when it's like when you're gonna be by yourself. So with my brother's wedding, like I already had a relationship with my sister-in-law at that time, so it was nice when I took her to the mandap and like they got married. I had that friendship with her already.
Yeah.
So I kind of imagined it the same way with my family, but I'm like, oh, she's coming from abroad, like it's not gonna be the same, right? Because you're not gonna have enough time to
kind of I get that.
or even like it's gonna sound weird, but like I told him like can we do like a first look away from everybody, so it's like our own like private moment, and everyone wants to see.
I was trying to do. I already gave out a go by with Rush.
Yeah.
I was trying to do a first. Can you do like first touch too?
Yeah, that's literally what
So I was like, you don't even have to look.
Yeah, you just touch.
Yeah, you just have together. Because like once you get on the stage, you don't really talk.
And it's like very like professional HR like.
I get yelled at me. I'm so excited to see him, and he's like, and I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
He told me, you know what? Like when I walk in, you can see me from above and just like peek out, and I'm like, no, that's like, I'm okay. Like no.
Oh, tell him to stand up too. I think that's really helpful. His facial wrestling, please stand up. I tell him. Yeah,
I can tell him. I try to.
Like if you don't cry, we're gonna redo this.
We're gonna redo it.
Yeah,
we're not. I'm just gonna walk out because that's gonna fail us. I mean, you didn't see me in a week. okay, you don't
cry.
and then I'm like, you know, so Rahavi showed me their video, and I saw her detail. This lump of a man.
It was like waterwork.
Yeah.
None of it touched it too.
Yeah.
And she was smiling. Yeah, but she had no tears. She was like,
She was just
she was a little bit teary, but like she held it in.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm like, if I don't stand for one word, that says a lot to me about how you feel about me.
So I'm guessing the touch didn't work out either.
No, he was like, nope. You know, so we're doing it at Scarborough Convention Center. They renovated their whole bridal room, so you can like, there's like a back exit there, so the guy can come to the back around and it would have been perfect. So I know, and like to take pictures that way too. I'm just like, it doesn't matter because we're gonna be seeing each other 5 months anyway, and like I would rather like the first time you see me us alone you me and so on.
We had lunch that we had so many little things. So because his sister got married and she got married to a very strict side, her husband is very strict, like his family. So they were
So was she saying things to them?
Yeah, she was so quiet. Okay, I don't know. It's been like such a weird during my wedding where I noticed it where she was kind of being, she likes to drink. We both like to drink. So that's kind of really fun. But her husband, my husband, does not. So he'll drop her off and we'll talk. We'll like drink, we'll have fun, we'll go to the beach or whatever it is. Obviously it's not gonna be there, but like she was very like yeah. And then
She still has teeth at the end of the night. She still has her teeth.
she did. But like I thought it was like I was being weird about it, so like I just kind of like sat myself out and I told him I bought stuff and like I know you're like getting weird energy. And he's like, no, trust me, it's not like that. Obviously like there's nothing, whatever. So then a couple weeks go by and she invites us. I was already kind of off-putted by this. And then she kind of invites us to a birthday, no, just a random drinking party at her house with her friends. And I was like, I'll let you know, and then we'll come. And that night, I didn't hear anything from her. Nothing from her, nothing from her. And then at my bridal shower, she ends up coming to me, she's like, oh, by the way, what did she say? Like, I went to go say hi to her, and she goes, oh, funny thing, we Snapchat Rush, what he was doing, and her and her best friend were drunk, and she was like laughing it off, and I was like, wait, what? And like, I was in the middle of saying hi to everyone, right? Like, it's my bridal shower. So I was like, you know what, I'll talk to you after about this. So I went to go say hi to everyone. I pulled him aside because he was obviously there, and he was like, what happened? He's like, yeah. She ended up FaceTiming me, obviously, on Snapchat, and it was her and her best friend talking. It was like 2 in the morning, and then I was like, what? And he's like, obviously didn't appear, and I'm like, that's so weird. So I let that one go too. And then my back happened. Like, it was like, it was such a complicated thing. Like, I was like, who do I even go to? Like, my cousin, who were like, hey, why is your wife getting home? Like, I don't know.
So is she in your age? Is she your age?
Younger. But we went to high school together. I just never knew her in high school. So, like, I guess she felt kind of close to that way. Because,
Yeah. And this was 2 years ago.
yeah, because when, like, the whole, yeah, it was a couple years ago. Yeah.
That's not a family member. That's
So I let it go. Then our back happened. And then, like, I was still very hesitant about the batch because, like, she was kind of being mean with her too. So asking her questions about her ex and, like, kind of, like, bringing up, like, trauma that she didn't need to bring up trauma that she shouldn't have. I kind of said it now. And I think actually got emotional because she was like, I don't understand why she's doing like that.
especially as a badge in front of other people. That's not what we're there for, right? It's your badge. You're supposed to be talking about uplifting you, right? I don't get it.
So then she obviously messaged like, it's fine, whatever, we'll let it go. And we just kind of kept her space. And during the time, she was also the main girl to one of, like, my sister's young, my sister's friend, she's the younger brother. And she's very sweet. And then, basically, she knew that she could take, like, she could walk her around, go do text, go do that, go do this. I want this right now. And, like, she was just walking around the whole weekend. I didn't know that. I didn't even see her. They were sharing
your back.
I know. So they were in the house together. Me and my sister were in a room outside of the house. So I guess like I wasn't thinking yet. I don't know how I did it. I missed all this. And then there was also a point where I would like wake up in the morning and I would like come into the house and like, hey guys, good morning, whatever. And I don't even brush my teeth and like right away my ear out, like that's her name ear. And she'd be like, did you know we're actually 10 at the time, Rash was in a group chat with Rash, so he just basically started a group chat. I wouldn't know anyone think, oh, she's
But those two are like best friends on their own, right?
So like in my head, I was like, I don't need to like hear about this. And then what was it? Like there was like snapshots, like some because he was on his back at the same time.
Right.
He's in Montreal. We're in Mexico. You know?
Flex.
I'm like, I already felt bad for him. And the whole he's like, still send the snap off to her too. And she's like, oh, she's funny, let's see it together. And I was like, girl, everyone in the sun hasn't seen it. Yeah. Or like she'd be like, oh, they're at the strip club, or they're out clubbing, they're taking shots, whatever. And I was like, sister, I don't think they hear.
Family.
that, and then we kind of, and then like one of the girls was like sitting there crying, one of the girls was sitting there and walking out, and then we all kind of sat down, and we all had different experiences with her, where we felt either bullied or put down, or some sort of comment was made, and then so after like so it was just hard just having on my back and it's not to deal like with the wedding, the henna, and all of this, right? So I just felt my distance. And I think she felt, on the last day, when she felt it because we all kept her distance, and she felt like she was getting bullied. Oh, this is what the topper of it was. We went on a private group, boat thing, and like, for the batch, and they offered tacos. And we're in the middle of the we're all eating tacos. There was like a green, chili sauce on there. And apparently, I knew that one of the girls overheard her. So it was a chili on her taco. And then the captain was like, yeah, that's the name chili. And I thought it was celery. And the captain goes, why would it be celery? And then she went to the bathroom, spit it out, drank water. And then we all got out of the water and we're all going to see the taco. And she was walking on the road, going, this is celery, so good, try it. And putting like spoons and throwing on everyone's tacos. And in my head, she was like, no, eat it. And I was just like weird, but I didn't think anything of it. Like, it was just like a pinch, she was just being herself. And then one of my cousins took a bite. One of my cousins really set me down, right? And so her sister took a bite and literally slapped the taco off her. She said, don't eat that, it's gonna hurt your stomach. It's so spicy. And like, that's when we put it down. And one of the girls was like dying. And then I sat and she couldn't do it. And in my head, she came out. She took her anxiety to the train. Or no, sorry. And my head, I actually thought it was right? I didn't double.
You're not
putting the two. I wasn't there for the conversation.
And you're not also like hoping that she's the type of person.
So when we were sitting down as a group collectively, that's when someone brought it up. They're like, no, she did that on purpose. She knew it was true.
No.
And I was like, in my core, I was like, what the hell? Why was she like, and she clogged one of the toilets. Yeah, so we only had one toilet, and she's doing that. And we were just like, I was shaken up. And that's someone that was like, ruin someone's stomach or hurt someone with such a way, right? Like, you clearly did it. You had a bad experience. Why would you want to do it? I don't know. It's one of those people that can't stand other people being happy, and so they try to go out of their way to ruin the situation or make it about themselves, or put themselves in a situation that it automatically makes them look better. Exactly.
Also, like the stuff you were saying about like, oh, she's like rush Christopher, rush Snapchat. She probably has something going on in her personal relationship.
I was just gonna everyone something.
Yeah. So she's trying to put the negativity in her mind so that she can be miserable as well, right? Some people just get kicked out of making people miserable.
In my entire life, I've never met someone like that. Like, you're just so, like, I couldn't even comprehend that someone like that existed. Like you're in my close circle. Like, I trusted you with some of the people that I love. And like, for you to be that mean, like, and then like for one of the girls, she'd be like, here, he goes down to the girl and like, give her her garbage. Call the girl to the room and gave her her garbage. Like, yeah, it was just like little things, like very like disrespectful. And yeah, so ever since then, she didn't show up to my reception. And like, even at the wedding, she was making such a big deal about like, so we were all gonna get ready in one house, and she was going back and forth, and I honestly didn't want her to come. It was just complicated because she was part of the wedding group. So then we kind of
you had made her like a bride.
So like. Yeah, she was making, like, the day before the wedding, she was making a big deal about coming over and not coming over. And I'm like, honestly, girl, just do whatever you want.
Like, she shouldn't even be bothering with that stuff.
Yeah. But, now, like, after, like, I think her husband realized at the reception she didn't show up.